That's Money Brown, man. Respect Junior. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on at the fight? What is your boy Money back with another one, man? And this one here is on the unified super welterweight world champion. That Houston boy, that Louisiana bred boy, Jermell, Charlo. Then we got that Omaha boy, that 3-division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current WO welterweight world champion, Terence Crawford. And we got my guy, the former unified super welterweight world champion, Jarrett Hurd. Now check this out, fam. Terence Crawford has been in camp, has been getting ready down in Colorado Springs. We know the Manny Pacquiao fight is off. That's the fight he's supposed to be getting ready for, right? Big time fight, super fight that fell through. You know, he's out there with a monster training camp with a lot of killers as usual. Shakur Stevenson. Right now, Jarrett Hurd is down there getting ready. And Terence Crawford has been pushing Jarrett Hurd to the limit. Push it to the limit. I push, and I ride, trying to survive off 95. You know what I'm saying? They've been pushing it to the limit. You know, and Terence Crawford, he's going to have to do something magnificent, right? To solidify that Hall of Fame stature, right? And that's what he's looking for. Not saying he have to do it, but he want to do something magnificent, right? So, you know, he's down there training with Jarrett Hurd, who's working his way back in the 154-pound division, trying to put himself back in position for a world title. You know what I mean? He got his eyes set on Jermell Charlo, just like Terence Crawford got his eyes set on Jermell Charlo. And y'all gonna think that's crazy. But nonetheless, right, Jarrett Hurd want to come back and get another world champion at 154 pounds. He know he got to do everything possible to get in the best shape of his life to get back to that old Jarrett Hurd. You know what I'm saying? He got one win after his loss to J-Rock, you know what I'm saying, Julian Williams. And now he's ready to try to get back in that spotlight, man, to where he's the old Jarrett Hurd. And he want that recognition back, and he want that feeling back of being a world champion in these boxing streets, because that's a hell of a feeling when you're on top of the world. You know what I mean? I repeat, it's a hell of a feeling when you're on top of the world, especially in these boxing streets. You're one of the baddest men that's walking. That's a lot of recognition that you're missing out on. But this man right here, I say this man right here is not playing no games, man. He is not playing no games. Jermell Charlo has been on a tear after losing his world title. He came and got it back. Now he's the unified champion. He holds 3 scraps at super welterweight. Now he's going for undisputed against a hell of an opponent. I said hell of an opponent in Brian Castano. That Argentina boy is a bad motherfucker. You feel me? But nonetheless, man, Jermell Charlo is going for undisputed. He's on a mission to be the best at the division. He's one fight away, you know, of being one face, one name, one champion of the division, right? And he's going hard. I say he's going hard. He's ready to prove a point. He's ready to make history. And he's ready to take on this man, right? But with that being said, you know, that's a tough-ass fight. But he get past Brian Castano, right? He become the man that went for 154. And he should be on everybody. He should be on everybody's pound-for-pound list right now. But if he become undisputed at 154, he should be in everybody's top 5, top 4, you know, on a pound-for-pound list. You know what I mean? Because he went through it the tough way. But Terence Crawford, Jarrett Hurd, are they both going to be chasing Jermell Charlo? And I know it sounds crazy when I say Terence Crawford. I know everybody wants Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. I want Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. You understand what I'm saying? I want that to be the next fight for these boys in the winter in the fall time. But when I'm looking at the situation, and we know Terence Crawford said he'll go up to face Jermell Charlo, right? I'm about to call the man Jermell Hurd. He will go up to face Jermell Charlo, and Jermell Hurd down in the camp with them as well. I don't know if he's still there or not. But, you know, he will go up to face Jermell Charlo, right? And a lot of people saying Charlo go rock Terence Crawford ass to sleep. Rock-a-bye, baby. You feel me? So, if you're not going to face Errol Spence, if you're not going to face Sean Porter, if you're not going to face Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, what are you going to do, bud? What are you going to do? Now, I've been heard Bomac saying you going up to 54, and I know the fight that you was going up to 54 was against Patrick Teixeira, right? Who Brian Castano beat for the WBO scrap. And we know the WBO is ran, I ain't going to say ran, but we know Bob and Pacho got a good-ass relationship, things of that nature. So you would have got the opportunity if you went up to 154 to fight Patrick Teixeira. And I would have picked you to beat Patrick Teixeira. Even though Patrick Teixeira showed me another little arsenal to his game plan, and that was a hell of a fight he put on against Brian Castano, just wasn't good enough, right? But you would have got the opportunity to fight for that WBO. But now, would you go up to face this man, Jermell Charlo? Errol Spence stablemate. I repeat, Errol Spence stablemate, everybody. Is Terence Crawford got his eyes set on Jermell Charlo, saying, you know what, I can't get this dude, Errol Spence, I wanted to fight him. He don't want to fight me now. All this shit, which Errol telling him, let's get it in. I'm coming after you after I get this third scrap from Uga. So if you're not going to fight Errol, would you go up to fight Jermell Charlo? And how that's going to fit with you and Jarrett Hurd, y'all working together, knowing Jarrett Hurd wants Jermell Charlo. Because if Jermell Charlo become undisputed, he's the only cat with the belts at 154, right? He's the only cat with the belts at 154. So y'all boys gonna be in a race for Jermell Charlo? A race? What happened if y'all gotta fight each other? Jarrett Hurd and Terence Crawford? What happened then? You feel me? But looking at the situation, dog, Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo to me is a hell of a fight. It's a hell of a fight. You feel me? Could Terence Crawford compete at 154? I believe he can. I believe he can. Could he beat Jermell Charlo? I don't know. No. That's biting off a lot. It's biting off a lot. But we know people say, well, we seen Tony Harrison outbox Jermell. Tony Harrison did this. Tony is a taller, longer dude. You know what I'm saying? But we seen what happened in that second fight when Mel caught him on that chin. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just looking at the overall aspect of things, man. Like, okay, if Terence Crawford don't want to fight Errol Spence, would you go fight his stablemate? Or y'all eyes set on Jermell Charlo? Because Bomac been talking about going up to 154 for a minute, right? And if you're going up to 154, you're just not going up to 154 for anybody. You got to be going up to 154 to be a world champion, bro. You got to be going to 154 to be a world champion. And in this predicament, right, you're going up to 154. If you get to fight with Jermell Charlo, you're looking to be undisputed. Charlo holds all the titles. All the titles. You feel me? This assuming he get past Brian Castano, because I don't want to look past Brian Castano, because that's, like I said, that's not an easy fight for nobody. But if he get past Brian Castano, will he go to 154 to try to fight Jermell Charlo? Would Jermell Charlo accept the fight? Would Jermell Charlo say, nah, take your ass back to 147 and fight my brother Errol Spence? You know what I'm saying? But it's still a business at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Just like Earl and Canelo. We know Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo been trying to get Canelo for a while. But if Errol Spence get Canelo Alvarez, how do they look at Errol Spence? How do they feel about Errol Spence? Do they feel like Errol Spence stepped on their toes? You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. But when we look at this situation, man, and we see that these dudes are working with each other, and you see Terence Crawford sparring Jarrett Hurd, and they getting it in, Bud going at it with the bigger fella, and then Bud having success against the bigger fella. You know what Bud's saying? I can compete at 154, homie. I can compete at 154. Look what I just did to Jarrett Hurd. Look what I just did to him. Holding my own. And I believe Bud do got the skills to compete at 154, bro. He got the skill set. Do the power carry up? Could he take the power of the 154 fighters? That's what it's going to come down to. But I know a lot of y'all ain't going to like this. A lot of y'all going to have mixed feelings. Like, why the fuck is he trying to fight Jermell Charlo? You know what I mean? Why is he going to 154? He need to be fighting Errol Spence. And I agree 120%. But with Bud Crawford, you never know, man. You just never know. You feel me? You might be looking at Jermell like, fuck it, I'm going to leave Earl. I'm going to go fight Jermell. You know, Bud kind of, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Because like I say, man, if Earl Spence get that third scrap and he telling Terence Bud Crawford, let's get it on, right? Come on, dog. There ain't no more wait. Fuck the bullshit. Fuck what happened in the past. Let's fight now. Give you a good percentage. You feel me? Let's do this for the fans. This is what they want. Undisputed at the welterweight division, right? Do Bud turn that down to try to jump to 154, facing Jermell Charlo, well, you ain't got no leverage because you ain't got no title. You know what I'm saying? You in a new weight class. You fighting the undisputed champion. You gotta negotiate with the PBC side. And guess what? You're gonna make less money. Oh my God. I repeat. Guess what? You're going to make less money. You know what I mean? I ain't taking a serious test. You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. But on the flip side, if he go up to 154, if he do get the Jermell Charlo fight, how do my man Jarrett Hurd feel about that? Knowing he was just training with his man, in Colorado Springs. Crawford giving him a few little pointers, things of that nature. They getting it in. He just push you to the limit, right? And he come and get that fight with Jermell Charlo, and you don't get it. You don't get it. Because I want to see Jarrett Hurd versus Jermell Charlo. I think Jermell Charlo knocked Jarrett Hurd out, and I like Jarrett Hurd. I just think he gonna walk into something that he don't want. He gonna walk into something that he don't want, bro. Because Jermell Charlo hit hard as fuck. Jarrett Hurd got some pop on him as well. But I think if it come down to it, I think Jermell Charlo hits harder. I think Jarrett Hurd got the accumulation power that break you down. But I think Jermell Charlo hits a little bit harder. You know what I mean? But I do think this is a hell of a fight, though. Jarrett Hurd and Jermell Charlo. I think Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo is a hell of a fight. You know what I mean? Trying to be a 4-division world champion. We seen it happen. We see 4-division world champions all the time. 5-division world champion, 6-division world champion. That's when you start becoming something special. Legendary shit, But at the end of the day, man, Terence Crawford, Jarrett Hurd is sparring. Jarrett Hurd saying he's getting in the best shape of his life. Some of the best sparring that he had in his life. Some of the best work that he had in his life. And he's coming for the 154-pound, crown again. You know what I mean? The crown at 154, he wants it back. Jermell Charlo has it. Will he get it? Terence Bud Crawford, do you really want to smoke with Jermell Charlo? Could you hang at 154? Would your power carry over? Could you take the punch? That's what we got to know. Or should you just stay your ass at 147 and fight Earl Spence Jr. in one of the biggest fights in boxing and your biggest payday of your career? You feel me? But we will see, family. We'll see in due time. We will see in due time. Until then, it's your boy Monty. This is the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.